I'm Australian, so for me, Christmas time means summer, being outside, eating seafood, having a barbecue, maybe going to the beach. It's light and the sun sets late, so the day is long and it's hot and everyone's in shorts and t-shirts and the day and the season is just warm and bright. But at the start of this year, I moved from Melbourne to New York. This is my first Christmas in America, and here Christmas is dark and cold and snowy. I love Christmas and I love decorating, but living here it was kind of hard to find the types of Christmas decorations I like to have. So today I want to share how I blended the American Christmas decorations I can buy here with my Australian sense of Christmas. Red and green are obviously the traditional Christmas colours in most places, but here in the States the decor I was seeing was much darker than what I would like. I see a lot of deep hunter green and reds that are more of a maroon or burgundy than anything else. Nothing against those colours, but I needed brighter and lighter colours in my life. My house in general has a lot of pale green, like a sage, so that became my base. There are darker pieces here and there, but the paler green sprinkled around keeps it from being too much. The other main colours in this place are dark orange, like a terracotta, and some blue. I didn't want to add too much of those in, but I did want to make sure that anything I added blended well with what was already there. Another thing I didn't want to do was spend too much money on Christmas decorations. I wanted to get a good base of decorations that can grow over time, so a lot of my focus was on the tree this year. Somehow I found a set of baubles that hit the colours I wanted so nicely. There's dark green, gold, copper, and navy baubles all over the tree. They did come with a lighter blue as well, but I didn't love those, so they're not actually used. We added some lighter green to brighten things up, and then since gold is the main metal I like, I added some sparkly gold bows to fill up a bit more space. Apart from the tree, the main way I brought in other colours was with this Christmas cushion. I found it online and I just love the way it's very obviously Christmassy, but the light greens and blues and pinky reds and oranges make it something a bit different. Then I used that cushion as the basis of the Christmas stockings I made. Apart from that, I kept things to mainly green and gold, which as I was decorating I just thought looked good, but now I'm thinking about it, it's a very Australian colour combo, so that fits in well here. One thing I thought about a lot when I was looking for Christmas stuff was not introducing anything snowy or wintry, which was not so easy. So much of Christmas here is wrapped up in winter, but to me Christmas has nothing to do with winter, and if I want to see snow I can just look outside. I don't need to bring that element in here. So I wanted to be careful with things like these little trees I bought. So many I saw had fake snow on them, and I didn't want that. The cushion I mentioned earlier, I got it online and I couldn't quite tell if it was a snowy background or not. In person it just looks like a white background, and there's no snow on the buildings or anything, so it's just perfect. But at the same time, as I say no winter, I don't want anything overly summery either, because that wouldn't fit in with what I see outside and what I feel when it's minus 10 degrees outside. So that means no beachy Christmas stuff, no Santas wearing shorts, none of that. Bringing in familiar natural elements also worked really well. Back home in Melbourne, we're surrounded by eucalyptus everywhere. Eucalyptus is not specifically Christmassy to me, but it is homey, so this was like a good time of year to have it around. It's not hard to find here, it's easy to get online or in person, even in small local florists, it's pretty common. I got some dried eucalyptus branches, so I've got the smell, which is half the fun, and I've just popped it in this tall vase here, right where I sit and work, so it's right in front of my face all the time. Another thing is pine cones. Decorating pine cones for Christmas is a pretty common thing kids do back home, so adding pine cones to the tree feels familiar. I didn't do it, but if I'd thought of it sooner, I would have. A fun way that I brought the previous three aspects, the bright colours, the no winter, and the natural elements, all together was these bed sheets. For as long as I can remember, I've been a fan of busy patterned bed sheets combined with plain bedspreads. And I love the idea of Christmas sheets in particular as another way to signify that season. These particular sheets fit the bill so well. They're a mix of green, teal, light red, some yellow, and an orangey brown. There's obviously some eucalyptus in there, and I don't know, you could argue this one here is a kangaroo paw, a native flower back home maybe. They feel like Christmas to me, and they're not as dark as a lot of other sheets I looked at, and there's no inkling of winter. Even though they're hidden away most of the day, they make me so happy, and I love the thought of pulling these out year after year. My finishing touches were a few little things from home. I don't like too many themey things, but a little bit here and there is fun. And it can be subtle, like adding a little Christmas to this op-shop painting that I brought over with me. Or you can ramp it up a little bit, like with my Santa being led by kangaroos tea towel, or my cheap little koala Christmas tray. I left it there for a good while, but then walking through a Christmas shop we saw a display of nation-specific Santas, and with an Australian and an American living in this house, we just thought they were so funny and we couldn't not get one for each of us. They're over the top and ridiculous and perfect. That was definitely the time to call it a day with the decorating, and I think it's a good middle ground of feeling Christmassy and festive and familiar to me as someone who is out of place here, but not being too themey or unfamiliar to the American I live with. So I hope you enjoyed this maybe different look at decorating for Christmas. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.